Go. Are we ready to start? So I'm gonna intro if we are all good to go. Thumbs up if we're good.
I think we're good.
All right. So welcome everybody to the fourth Omega podcast. As you guys know already, this is gonna become a regular thing. I see we got at least 11 people, 12 people in here already, so that's pretty awesome. So we're gonna be doing these things every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We went off track because the stream had a lot of issues yesterday, and the availability was just all mixed up. But normally we're gonna be having the regular schedule. So yeah, today we're doing it on a Monday. Shouldn't be a problem. This will be uploaded. I think it'll be uploaded this Sunday after it goes up, so it's going to be the next day. It'll be uploaded onto the channel. So you guys want to go check that out. What's up, Contest? How you doing, bro? But yeah, so we're just gonna we're gonna introduce everybody here. Let everybody know if you guys are new. Let everybody know who's who. So I guess I'll start with myself. My name is Omega ZAVI. I am the content manager for Omega Gaming. I run a YouTube channel. It's pretty subpar, you know. It's okay. But I'm trying to step up my game. I'm going to school to be a cinematographer and do video, film production, all that stuff. So it's pretty awesome stuff that I want to get into. Now I'm going to move to if you guys are looking, it's going to be to my right, to Roger. Explain, say what's up, brother.
Yeah, I'm Roger. I'm the videographer and editor for Elevate. I kind of just follow the team around and point a camera at them, really. And it's... I've been there for about 2 weeks now, and that's basically what my major in school is. I'm in college to do, like, video editing and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's basically what I do.
Alrighty, and we're going to slide down right below him to Zeus. Explain your story,
What's
brother.
up, guys? My name is Omega Zeus. I'm a graphics designer for Omega, and I think Bio mentioned a little bit last night if you guys tuned in, and soon to be VP of Omega Studios, mainly because I'm attacking the local scene down here and starting to do filming down here for like events and stuff like that.
Pretty awesome, man. Pretty
Roger.
awesome. And we're gonna move right one time to the left to Mahalo.
Halo.
Murky.
My name's Ryan, or Murky. I'm currently a student, and I used to be a pro gamer. I was considered the best pro PC player of all time. And now I work at events and I drink too much coffee. So that's about it.
Oh wow. All right, so we got 14 people in the stream. So say what's up, everybody. What's going on, guys? We're gonna be periodically referring to chat as we're going on with our conversation. So as you guys know, it's kind of hard to refer to chat all the time when we're having these conversations because I obviously don't want to interrupt people. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute my Skype mic and refer to chat periodically if I see something in chat that I want to mention or you guys want to talk about. I can go ahead and do that, and we'll bring it up at the nearest time possible. So that's how it's going to work for tonight. But our topics for tonight, what we're doing is we're going to start first with the announcements that actually happened this week and throughout the past couple days. A lot of things happened in the world of esports. So we want to announce that. We want to go over a few things of that, and then we'll touch on the topics that we have tonight, which are being a YouTuber in an organization, building yourself up, what do you need to know to grow, being a YouTuber, challenges, ups, downs, community, etc., what you need to do in order to grow in the scene, and general challenges presented being a part of running an organization. So I think I slurred that a little bit, but hopefully we'll touch on that as best possible. But we're going to start with our announcements today. So anyone here want to mention, one of the things that came up in the community? Roger?
I think I can take a swing at it.
Oh, he snagged it, man.
There's a giant blue, white, and red elephant in the room. It's called MLG Anaheim.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yes,
There
it was announced.
Excited.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
I am
MLG's
already
first
booked.
event.
Yeah, he's booked already.
It got
bro.
announced, and within the hour, I had it booked. It got announced. I was on TweetDeck. I saw it come up, and I was like, oh my god, MLG Anaheim finally got announced, and I literally, got dressed, because that was this morning, got dressed, drove to work, talked to my boss. I was like, hey, I'm getting this off. And he was like, yeah, sure. Drove home, hopped on, went to Marriott, and booked my hotel.
That's incredible,
like,
man. That's awesome.
Yep.
I love to
nice.
be that accessible to it.
You don't have to fly, do you?
Yeah,
No,
me and Murky.
I
go.
was
It was a
going-
lot easier.
Yeah, I was going to,
Yeah.
but one of my friends, in real life friends wanted to go as well. So it's like, why don't we just drive? It's going to be cheaper for both of us, and we'll have a car down there. So it's like,
Oh yeah, freaking having a car in an event is the best thing ever.
Zeus, what are you
Makes
going
so
to that
much-
event, man?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt.
Are you on summer
I'm
break
gonna
at that
attempt.
point or no?
I get out in May, dude.
You got it in May.
May,
Yeah,
May
I'm out May
20th.
21st.
Damn, you guys
I'm
are
out,
lucky
like-
men.
First
Yeah,
week
so-
of May, I'm done.
The perks of being an early college student.
Contest just said, Murky want to split a hotel room. Kid Murky's got to go on a road trip. He doesn't even know if he'll make it there in time with all the gas. He's gonna try.
Well, Contest lives in North Carolina, where I live as well.
Oh, really? Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much Murky, Contest, Coda, now that's like UMG staff squad right there, pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Contest a like online like ref?
Or not UMG, MLG.
I don't know if he is anymore, but
stealing my name, homie.
Yeah, dude, Robert, get out of here. I don't care if you were born first. My name is Robert. I was the original.
We got
so get out of here.
We got 18
Obio.
people in the stream so far. We just started, so hopefully you guys can hype up the stream, bring some more people in here, you know, get exposed to the experience, because we're gonna be doing this weekly, so should be pretty awesome. But yeah, Anaheim, it just got announced. What happened? Oh, he's talking to chat. Yeah, Anaheim got announced. Pretty awesome. Everybody's trying to go to that event. Now, how is that? Does anyone know how it's working? As in, what games they're going to be running there? Because it was an MLG.
It's just COD. It's just COD. 96 teams, double elimination, pool play, just COD.
Yeah, which is really awesome. It's also the first event that they're doing with the new Pro Point system. It's the event is
back. They're freaking back.
Pro Points are back. They're also on GB doing weekly 2K series. So
you know what they did that
Pro
was happy
points.
about last year is that they did the 2Ks on the Saturday and the 5Ks on the Sunday. That I felt like is what really made a change in the community, because I felt like it increased interaction between amateur players and pros.
I don't think they should do it every weekend, but I think they should do it at least probably like twice a month, like every other weekend. I don't know. I felt like by the time you get halfway through the year, it really doesn't matter. Like there's no way to compete.
Yeah, there's like the really crappy thing about Pro Points is like I think at the end of like Advanced Warfare, like Optic had over like 1 million points. Like nobody's ever going to like, catch up to a team that's winning that much. Or even like FaZe, I think like FaZe like 700k or something. They couldn't even catch up at that point.
If you look at the Pro Point list, man, on game battles, like it's a significant difference between how many Optic had last year, but between the next teams. Down.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they could reset in between like major events and stuff, like not minor events. Like let's just call UMG like a minor event. Every time like MLG has an event, maybe they could reset just so like we have different seeds and stuff. But it's something hard to do. There's
I'm
like
one
no
of the players
good
for
way
the
to
team.
do
Is it
it.
important for me to say this?
Like
you
have
the team I joined in March.
or something
the
like that.
first team who like wins an event, or you could say like a team that's really good online, could just have an easy lead.
Crawford, are you talking about the Omega team?
Like you looked at last year, Optic had like all the Pro Points because, like, no offense to them, they're all in a team house and they're winning like every single 5K. But you know, FaZe were going head to head with them almost all the time.
I just want to say something
was
really
like
quick.
300K behind.
I just want to say
Are you
something.
talking about Nathan? Are you talking to Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nathan. If you're obviously, since you're talking about Omega, I mean, obviously you don't have to stay. We're not forcing you to do anything, but he just wanted to know if it was important if he stayed. No, it's just a pretty cool thing that we do every week, and we're trying out, and it's a lot of fun. We just talk about a lot of the topics that are going on in esports right now, and sometimes we get off topic. So it's a fun podcast that we want to throw so everybody can hang out and listen to us talk about each other.
Yeah, good vibes.
If you want to hang out, that'd be very much appreciated. If you can't, it's all good. But yeah, so addressing Anaheim. Do we have any predictions yet?
Optic.
When does Optic play?
Optic.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I have no idea. Did they announce the schedule?
I'm interested to see Rise.
Rise is a good team, man.
Rise, yeah.
They really are. They've been played. They played. I think they won the first event, right?
Yeah, they
They
won
won the first two.
Yeah. Because they won the Tostinos event and then they won UMG.
Well, both of those events were very early on. You couldn't really judge, especially the Tostinos one. Like you couldn't really judge.
Yeah, but at the same time, like UMG wasn't that early on. They won that, so it's like you can't. And like all other teams had just as much of an opportunity to win that as them. They had just as much time.
Yeah, honestly.
So it's like, I hate when people use that excuse. It's like, oh, it was early in the game.
But there's two parts of that. Like, yes, it is like the same game, etc. But like, meta changes, stuff like that can play a part in it. But like in this game, I don't really think we're gonna see the meta change a lot.
Yeah,
they tried that with the ban protect system, but with everyone's like gentlemen's agreements behind the scenes, like That's not gonna.
Well,
do
I mean,
anything.
honestly, like I feel like when events times comes up, like they change what they want to ban and protect. Like you didn't see a lot of in the pro matches. You didn't see a lot of ban of Blast Suppressor. They banned it at events. Like at season 2, that was a viable ban. Like I definitely noticed that they banned that a lot more, and I feel like that changes the whole meta of the game, because like Blast Suppressor, you can't move around that fast if you don't have Blast Suppressor without them knowing where you are, you know. So, I mean, I can see a lot of things changing, especially with season 2. Like I'm curious to see how Rise performs, because they should have won that event. To be completely honest with you,
Yeah,
they should have won that event. They had all
Optic
the
shouldn't
right
have even
resources.
made it past TSM.
Yeah, they
Optic
should have.
almost
Oh,
lost
dude, that
to
was
TSM.
close.
Yeah.
That was so close.
So I had this like weird thought the other day. So I think it was like TSM and LG were so close to switching with H2K and Liquid in the standings. So like TSM and LG were kind of like predicted to get relegated, while TK and H2K like would make it to playoffs. But like, so they almost got relegated, but they took Optic to Game 5. Has anyone thought about that?
No.
Yeah,
I really didn't.
it's.
Like,
I don't know, man.
I
Like,
don't like the Pro League, dude.
everyone always says Optic's so stacked, but it's like, are they?
Yeah. Dude, well, the thing with Optic is that, like, they're a full team of slayers. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, every single person on that team slays. Every single one. So you got...
Now,
you
I'm
got
not doubting those guys. Those guys are great players. Like, I'm not taking that away from them. But like, there's a lot of people on other teams that people are. Yeah, there's a lot of good players that people underestimate. Like,
Oh, no, for
and
sure.
with how many hours people put into this now, like
it's
we're getting up
honest,
to
yeah.
the point where it's like we're not at League of Legends level yet, but like people like we're slowly getting there. If you like looked at Black Ops 2 and look at where we are now, it's like people put in like 2-3 times more than they used to back in the day.
Absolutely. Dude,
But
honestly, like...
still,
it is
compared to
relatable.
like League of Legends teams and stuff, who like they have meetings, they watch every single gameplay, all that stuff. It's like just like comparing gameplay to gameplay. It's just a small comparison.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
yeah.
I honestly don't think any console esports player guy, like this isn't even me attacking consoles. I'm just talking about like Halo, Gears of War, and like COD.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they'll ever reach the level of like MOBAs and stuff.
What do you think?
And like even just comparing like MOBAs and FPS, that's just out of the league.
Yeah. But like the reason behind that though is there's so many different aspects to like a MOBA than there is like an FPS.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so much more simple for like an FPS than it is a MOBA, because the meta changes every couple weeks, and like as far as like the actual things each individual player has to do for their team and like the communication behind that, there's so much more to it than.
Yeah.
If I
like
tried to explain to you guys a lane swap in League of Legends, I'd probably give you guys headaches.
I wanted to...
Dude, I
definitely-
played League once. Oh my god. They were
What's-
like, go top, go top, go top. I was like, what is top? You're not being specific.
What is
They're like,
I
that?
haven't even gotten past that part yet.
Yeah.
I play a little bit. I know I can watch and actually understand how games are played.
No, I can
but
understand.
it's,
I'm about to switch out League for Overwatch, dude. I'm so excited for Overwatch.
I'm getting Overwatch. I can't wait for that game. That's gonna be.
I
Sick.
played it. I played one game at PAX, and I'm addicted.
Yeah.
Wait, one, so you know all about it already.
Yeah, like, dude. So we were just getting like crushed because like all of us had only played once. Like we were in a big group of people, and we found out that we had 2 healers on our team, and for some reason one healer was healing me, and then I was healing our like soldier, and I like told her, I was like, hey, heal our soldier. And so we both started healing him, and he was healing more life than he was taking damage. So he was just like standing in a doorway, just shooting, and he went on like a 13.
Oh my
kill
And he
streak.
wouldn't die. That's
He went on
great.
like a 13 kill streak.
What's
Yeah.
up, Cobra?
Like it was just so much fun. Even like we were getting destroyed, and we were just having so much fun.
Okay, so I also wanted to... Alright, so I want to figure out... So we had, obviously, Anaheim. That was the big announcement of today. What else has there been in the past, week or so that it really happened?
We have 100 Thieves, I guess. Nade shots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next
100
yeah.
Thieves announced team.
Yeah, no,
Well,
so...
Which I'm waiting to see what happens with that team. I'm not gonna
I don't see it
I
last
really don't
year.
have an opinion of it yet. Like everyone thought they weren't even gonna win one league match, and they came out and won their first one. They played H2K, I think they won, and then they
No,
lost to
they
C9.
played TCM. Or TSM.
Oh, TC.
TSM.
What
TSM.
was their
Yeah.
original name?
That's easy.
Was it King Pappy?
It was
It was
King
King
Pappy.
Pappy. Well, they just got
Yeah.
picked up by that org. Like they were all separated. Like Nelson was part of Most Wanted, and he left them.
Well, that's going back to South Carolina.
really.
yeah.
Nelson was on Most Wanted. One of the guys came from Jester, and I can't remember where the other two came from.
Yeah,
They
was part
formed
of
just for
yeah.
yeah.
Hate-
They came out of
formed
nowhere
just
and
for
made
relegation.
noise.
I remember
Yeah.
Hate was a part of Most Wanted for a while. He just was looking for a team, I think. He was with a few other guys that I haven't heard anything. Like Shake was on their team.
That's what I gotta remember. They beat like a TK with Embos.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, man, because like it's really you kind of underestimated how hard it is to play a team that's like been playing for a little while with a team that's like they don't know anything about each other really. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how they
I know
play.
all
I don't know. Maybe it's just because going into this, the players on TK and Embos, we've seen them compete on a pro level for so long, and then all these like King Pappy, now 100 Thieves, they've been amateurs for the longest time. Like they've never been able to break into the pro bracket. So I think it's just shocking to everyone that.
Well, they were
You know,
SMB
that,
stars,
like-
like Nelson was.
But it's still Well, they got beat in the first hardpoint, didn't they? They got destroyed in the hardpoint.
I don't remember. Dude,
Yeah,
I think
If I
that's
remember,
weird, though, 'cause I
TK
feel like-
got destroyed.
Dude, I feel like if you
So
were
it's
gonna
like-
win any game as a AM team, it would be a hard point or an SMD.
Yeah.
Because like it takes like honestly, if you think about a hard point, really all it is slaying. It really is just slaying. Like if you're in
Slay
the right place,
rotations.
if you're in the right place, you're gonna win hard point every time if you can outslay the other team.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
and I feel like in a way for AM teams playing pro teams, it's easier for an AM team. It's weird because like it never really happens, but like it should be easier. Based on statistics, it should be easier for an AM team to be a pro team because the AM teams play an unimaginable amount of teams. The pro teams are used to playing the same team. So if the AM teams are analyzing these matches properly, they should know exactly how these teams are playing. They should know exactly how to beat them because there's really not that much of a difference from a pro and an AM player like skill-wise. If you think about it, there's some AM players that could be considered pros that aren't. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be with any esport or any even sport in general. There's always going to be borderline people that just, given the right circumstance or the right position, that they're going to be able to break into.
And
The
then the
pro
other way
scene.
around, they given like certain positions, they just fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like we saw in League, there was a team called XDG. They went to Worlds, and their mid laner Mancloud was known as the guy who killed Faker, which is Faker's like renowned as the best player in the world. And now then they got relegated, and no one even knows who Mancloud is anymore. Like he can't even make it onto like a top challenger team.
Like he's
Like,
right
he's
behind
nobody.
you though, Merky, right?
What?
He's right behind you though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's all the announcements really for the most part. Besides Elevate dropped Remy today.
Yeah, I didn't hear that until you told me that. But Elevate dropped Remy.
I heard Elevate Robert. That's what I heard.
Elevate Robert, yeah. I'm filling in.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
How well do you think you'd
I
actually
got
do
it.
in that situation? Like honestly, if
Oh,
you
I'd
think
get
about
shit
it.
on.
You think so?
Oh, I'd be probably 0-30,
What about
like
in S&D?
out the gate. Yeah, in S&D, yeah. When it comes to
S&D too?
respawn, I'd be like 0-90, yeah.
Honestly, dude, sorry guys, if you see a green box on your screen, it's gonna go in a second. But honestly, like, dude, if I was playing S&D, I honestly think I could pick up a few kills for sure. I think I
Yeah?
could. Yeah.
If I
definitely
was
think
playing S&D for a team on console, I would grab the bomb and I would dolphin dive to the bomb site and plant it.
And you just
That's
try
what
to
I
get on
would
top of the
do.
leaderboard, dude, so you just don't look like your bottom and dragon. Like the same
But
thing.
yeah, everyone's kind of like, I have no idea who it is. Even though I'm in Elevate, I have no idea who our replacement is. It wasn't announced. But everyone's saying maybe Silly, maybe Aches, maybe Neslo.
No,
So it's
I
like-
don't like Neslo as a fourth, dude. Well,
So
first of
it's
all,
like-
isn't Neslo under TK or is that wasn't Sharp? It was Theory that was staying under them, right? Theory that said that we were staying under
Yes,
them.
Theory's staying under them.
Considering Theory looks like the owner of TK, I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, no, Neslo I think was
Literally
just
his
trying to
son.
run with people. Like Neslo was running with like Proofy, a few other players. I feel so bad for Proofy, man. Like I don't know if anyone else is with me on this. Like he was on Optic Gaming in Ghost.
He's a really good guy. He
What
just
is he
hasn't put
in?
in the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is
He
the
went-
nicest person.
He went from Optic to, I think, Envy to E6. And now, where is he?
He
Is
was-
The
Liquid?
local graveyard.
No, he was TSM. It's on his thing. It was TSM. On his, if
He
you look at
built
his header.
it. No, he they qualified for the league, made Rush Esports, sold to TSM, and then he left. Which he made a good amount of money off that TSM Rush acquisition.
I don't know, man. I was a big fan of Poofy. I really was. I thought he was a good guy. He was a good player too.
He's just got a lot going on right now. He doesn't. I don't know if he just doesn't have the time to put in, but he just doesn't.
You gotta understand that stuff gets boring eventually. Like you gotta think of the COD players. Like that stuff will really Sharp, dude. That he's taking his toll. I really don't think same thing with Nate Shaw. Like he took his toll. He started in what 2009, 2008. Like dude is washed up at this point. He doesn't want to play anymore. Like, and I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying like he really just doesn't enjoy it anymore. Imagine how much time that actually takes you. Literally playing. Like you gotta get on nervous all the time. And you gotta play 12 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Like,
and get people shit talking you and streaming you.
I'd get so bored, bro. I'd honestly get so bored. It's literally, that's your schedule. You get up, shower, eat, do whatever you need to do. Get on, make a YouTube video, then stream for the rest of the day.
Speaking of
whatever it is.
Speaking of dropping off Parasite.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about him, dude, because I hate him so much. You know, I have very strong opinions on Parasite, so I'm not gonna bring that up.
I don't know.
Like we can talk about it. Like so he got dropped, and then he went to Dream Team. Was on Dream Team for 3 hours, caused an absolute mess, and then got dropped from DT. And now he's been talking about retiring. Do you guys think I don't think he's gonna retire.
I don't think he'll retire either.
He's gonna miss it too much.
I think he's really strong.
It's not even the fact that he's not gonna miss it. It's like COD is all he knows. Like, I don't know a lot about Parasite, but I'm pretty sure, like 99.9% sure, he doesn't have a college degree. He doesn't have any other experience. All he knows is Call of Duty. So like, he might be able to do something, but like, even if he went into like working with MLG and stuff, but like he's got like such a bad rep.
And Killa.
Yeah, whenever I think of Parasite, dude, whenever I think of Parasite, I think of Shazam in a way. Like they're problematic. Like, and I feel like Parasite's like way more extreme. Like Parasite, dude, all I hear is just him like talking shit and just sitting there and cursing and crying and doing all this crap.
It's not even that. Parasite's not like a submissive person. He doesn't like to be told how to do things. And if it's not done his way, he's not happy about it.
Exactly. Bro, have you seen like tons of YouTube videos on him complaining with why does he still try to even team with Miracles? Why does he even still try to team with Ricky? Why does he still try to team with Killa? Because
those are the only guys that'll put up with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude,
he's joined Optic so many bridges on like.
He did the same thing that he did at DT with Optic. He joined Optic for like a day, then joined Envy, was on his way to the Envy house, and then left and joined another team and flew straight back.
The only reason he joined Optic was because Optic was desperate for a player, dude. They had Nade Shot on their team at the time. That's it. It was just
it was Nade
too, I think, right?
No, it was Nade. No, Ricky left. It was Saints at the time.
No, Saints left too really quick though.
Yeah, Saints left, but it was Parasite, Saints, Nade, and it wasn't Clay at that point, was it? Was it?
Yeah, it was Clay.
Clay was TK and left to go to them after, what was that, UMG Philly?
Something like that.
UMG Philly is when Scump left.
Yep.
That's when he
for 2 days.
Peaced out, man. And no, it was longer than 2 days, man.
It was like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he realized, oh shit, I fucked up, and then went back.
Like joining Envy, man. Like no, because he was on Envy for a while, so it couldn't have been 3 days. MA Halo, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
As an Envy fan, that's how I see it.
Zeus, what is your standpoint on all this stuff? Are you like involved with any of this?
As far as it goes, I used to be really, really into the competitive scene around like Ghost. And then since then, I kind of just fell off of it. And now I stand more on like, yeah, dude, I just sit here and do fancy stuff on Photoshop.
So you don't really pay attention.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, it's like...
So what is like your day-to-day basis like on a weekend? If you were to like focus on stuff like with gaming and stuff, like what would you be doing?
What would I be doing?
Yes.
As far as video games go, like I said, I kind of fell off of video games, but normally I just play like some PC games because like I have a gaming computer now, so like Battlefield.
Yeah, because I was kind of interested coming from a graphic designer what he feels about the whole competitive scene, because I don't know if they're educated in it, like.
Well, it just kind of really depends, because like I've gone to like to different places. Well, not different places. I've gone to like UMGDC, and the whole sole purpose of like going to UMGDC was just because a League Pro. Shut up. But like, And like,
Seeing that.
it's just kind of like I'm interested in the scene, and I always like to watch what's going on and stuff like that. But I've never put like too much attention to like actually have like stated opinions and stuff like that. I'm like, obviously I follow a team in Oregon that, you know, I rep Omega, but like one of the teams like Optic, like for example, I follow up on Optic. I watch Hex's videos as far as that goes. You know, I keep up how Optic does every now and then. And occasionally tune into MLG streams and see what's going on there. You know, it's just like,
Right.
I'm not as...
You're not as involved in
Yeah.
it anymore. It's not really like
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. No, I get that for sure.
I
Like,
just fall off.
yeah, I watch Hex's videos though. I think Hex makes pretty good videos. But I feel like also when you're talking about it, like following all the new stuff, like Roger, how hard is that for you to follow everything that's going on and put it on the kill feed? Like, if you guys don't know, by the way, the kill feed is Roger's show that he has on his YouTube channel. You guys should go check it out. It's like, it's not a drama show, but it's like it'll, you know, he'll talk about
It's drama alert for competitive, but not dumb.
Yeah, no, it's not dumb. It's a good show. You should watch. It's really cool.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's in
I ran
4K,
into
so if your
Keemstar this
computer can
weekend.
handle... Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you in the beginning, but you completely ignored me because you're MA Halo. But yeah, he makes his videos in 4K, so go check those out. But yeah, dude, Keemstar, is he a scumbag in real life?
He's like,
When I
He's
met
a-
him, he wasn't.
he's a nice guy when he wants to be.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I really am not, because I feel like he wants to be professional, but he screws himself up on social media. I feel like he doesn't know how to run his social
I think
media.
it's like he doesn't have. It's not even like the fact
I don't think
that
he
he
cares,
just
really.
doesn't know how to run it. It's like, yeah, he doesn't really like. He's not gonna get fired
Yeah.
for like saying bad
He's
things.
his own
on
man,
there.
dude. He's his own man. He does what he wants.
The thing is, all jokes aside, if people really hate Drama Alert,
They wouldn't watch it.
they wouldn't watch it. Not only that, but it's like, if like other like content creators, like let's say like PewDiePie, or like any of these guys really hate Drama Alert, don't do dumb shit that's gonna get you on Drama Alert.
Yeah. Well, honestly, also, like, what I was going to say, like, I feel like Keemstar, and I feel like all the community is so oblivious to this, that Keemstar has obviously noticed months ago that this whole, like, in-depth talking trash to all these people is getting him so much attention, dude. Like, for the longest time...
It's it's the COD community. We're like, we love
Yeah.
drama. That's what the COD community like
Community is
feeds
so
off of.
toxic.
That's
though.
all it is. Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is he's noticed that he creates so much attention to his channel. Dude, in a couple of months, he gained 700,000 subscribers. Well, like, normally, if I watch a show, Drummer now at 200,000 subscribers. Like, now he's
He's
like
at like
1 million.
1.4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
God
what?
damn.
Because he's involved with everything now. Before, he was like, Nadeshot did this, FaZe Rain did this, blah, 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 FaZe, Optic, whatever the teams were. Now he's like PewDiePie. He's got Tobuscus on there with, like, rape charges. Like, dude, it's like... he's
Lion
like
Maker.
dude, he's like TMZ. He's literally like TMZ at this point, man. So I feel like people don't understand it, but he's got a system. He knows what gets him his publicity, and
He's
doing
he's
it for
like
that
the
reason.
Donald Trump of YouTube. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
retarded, but he knows what he's doing.
All
Yeah.
jokes aside, he makes good videos though,
Yeah,
and he's consistent with it.
I can't argue with that. I respect that.
Hey, let's move away from Keemstar before we start getting in trouble.
Yeah, before we get hashtag Drama Alert trending
Yeah,
nothing.
and he's gonna be like, you on Drama Alert, Omega Podcast, talking trash about me.
Sure, Tom will love that.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so let's sort of segue into the next our actual topic. So I think we hit everything that you know we were talking about announcement wise.
30 minutes on the entry.
Yeah.
you know.
So yeah, that's kind of what I expected though. So our first topic of the night, what we want to talk about is being a YouTuber in an organization, building yourself up. What do you need to do to grow? Being a YouTuber, challenges, ups, downs, community, etc. So this is a very good topic for this podcast, being that today. Most of I feel like a lot of us just have good input on this topic, and whether we're YouTubers or not, we know about what it takes. I mean, it may not be that we're the most popular or famous people in the world, but we know what it takes. Like, we know what like we're at that stage. Like, there's a lot of people that are trying to just shadow the famous YouTubers, and they don't realize how difficult it actually is to do what we're doing. So. Does anyone want to start off with an opening
I'll start
statement
us
on
off.
this? Yeah, go ahead.
Let's start us up. Be unique.
Yeah.
You have
The
to
thing
be-
is, it's not even like as simple as that. Like, yeah, you can be unique. But if you come out with one episode, no one's gonna watch.
Yeah, and you have to be. You have to
bring something to the table that nobody else has.
and it's hard to do that. That's the issue.
The three things I always look at are, one, you have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent, and you have to have an original idea. So you have to be unique.
Right.
If you have those three things, like it just comes in time.
I feel like, dude, honestly, in my opinion, just to even get started, because I feel like that's an issue for most people. It's not even like, I feel like a lot of us right now, if you look at the more serious YouTubers that aren't as popular, they're in the phase of getting that start to where they can grow. I feel like the whole hype area of YouTube is not even at the starting point. They just like make a few videos and sort of stop. We're at that point where we're trying to start the growth. So I feel like really, if you really want to do YouTube and you say you want to do YouTube, and this determines whether you want to do it because you make a lot of money or you want to do it because you like what you're doing. Is if you're good at it and you love what you're doing, that's what you need to do. So that's why I started picking up YouTube, because I like it and I'm good at it. So I mean, I'm not trying to be like conceited or anything, but I mean, it's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that if you fit those two criterias, then that's what you should be doing, you know? I mean, because in the end, it's for fun.
Yeah, at least in my own experience, I went the longest time saying like, oh, I don't have the equipment for it. I don't have the equipment for it. I can't do this. I can't do this. Because I've been wanting to do an esports news show for years now, but I never got around to it. And then Hitch started doing it, and I was like, sweet, this is awesome. I love this. And then he stopped doing it. So like, I just decided one day, I was like, you know what? I have more than enough like stuff to do this. Like, I'm gonna do this. And January 1st, I started. It's April. I've joined, like, in 4 months, I've gotten from where I was nothing to I'm now in Elevate as the videographer.
That's amazing,
like,
bro. That really is
an editor.
like,
So it's like,
yeah. And but now you got to say, how hard was that for you? How difficult?
oh,
was that?
dude, sleepless nights. Like, I literally, like, especially like the
Don't do it.
Dude, like the first 3 weeks of my semester, I started January 25th. I was still working like 35 hours, and I was still making 4 videos a week that would take me around 3 to 4 hours to edit. So I'd literally go to school, then go straight to work. I would get off at like 10, and then I would be up, researching for a couple hours, and I wouldn't be going to bed until probably around 4 in the morning to wake up at 8:30 to go to school the next day. And that was like 4 days a week for like 3 weeks. And then I went back on
it's
hours at work.
Oh, it is.
But it's still a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I wanted to ask you also, now that you look back at this process, because obviously you're at a point where you sort
Worth
of
every
adjusted.
second.
Yep, that's what I was going to ask you. Was it a learning experience, or was it something that you regret?
Yeah. Well, I love it, because when you are put in that time like crunch, one, you get more efficient with your shit, because you're like, this time, like, I need to cut back on this. So you learn so much faster. But it's like, just like looking at like my YouTube channel, clicking videos, and then looking at the last 4 months, that makes me smile every time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. If you just look back, like if I look at my channel, I do that every so often. I'll go on my channel, I'll scroll down to see like my first video. My first video was, I just got my Elgato, I got my mom's laptop, plugged it into my Xbox 360, and took a gameplay of me pub stomping on Black Ops 2. That was my first ever video on my YouTube channel. And now I'm expanding, and this summer I'm going to start vlogging, dude. I do consistent series with my Minecraft, one of my Minecraft series that I'm doing cut commentaries. Like, and you can see the progress in my videos. I slowly add these newer techniques that, like, and these handouts that YouTube gives you. And I'm utilizing what they give you, and I just like, I like to see the progress, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you go back and you look at where you started from, and then you look at where you are today, and you're like, you can only go up from there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So as far go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh,
No, I was gonna say, see those Zavi and Rogers are just 2 great examples of why to grind, because I mean they made progress over time.
not there yet.
And then
Soon.
I mean, yeah, but it's progress. It's progress.
Yeah.
You're making progress and stuff like that. And I got this bad boy like 2 years ago, and it's just been sitting on the top of my
Wait.
top of my
somewhere too.
on top of my.
You can like look
my
back
desk, just
at
chilling.
like all the hard work you've done and be like me and be just like, where the hell did I go wrong?
Yeah, and like that's like the thing though, because like this thing, I went out over the summer, like worked my butt off to be able to pay this off by myself.
I got one too,
and
boys.
Then I ended up getting a laptop for Christmas soon, and I was just like, just messing around with stuff and everything. And I put out like one video, and then ever since then it's just like it's because you have to be consistent about it. You have to like show up to work every single day if you wanted to go to get somewhere. And it's also like the mindset that you're setting yourself in.
Yeah.
Like don't set yourself up for failure ever, because that's definitely where you're gonna end up at.
I'm actually really curious, Murky, because we see the Call of Duty community have a lot of like content creators. I'm curious if like I've seen like a couple in like Counter-Strike and like Halo and things, but are there content creators for like League that are like pro players?
Ooh, wait, what was the question? I think that was like.
Are there pro players in like League that of that are like they like make videos every day and like on like the Optics level or the Call of Duty community level?
Yeah, they stream a lot. That's the most that they do. But there's right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of people who consistently upload, but it's a lot of like the retired guys who do it now.
Well,
they've kind of moved from being a pro player because like they don't have time, to be honest. They don't have time at all.
Yeah, the people that play League, dude, I feel like it's more of a lifestyle for them. It's like what they
like,
do.
When it just makes it so much easier, like just turning their stream on and just money starts flowing in, just because like look at C9 Sneaky. He like I don't think he wants to sit down and make a video. He can just like turn the stream on and play the game like he's supposed to.
Yeah, or high.
Yeah, dude. I feel like with those people, like, I feel like not as much the pro players, but like if you see like the Twitter, like you guys know the Twitter famous gamers or the e-girls or stuff like that, like those types of people, like I see them streaming and making YouTube videos. They do it, not the pro players, because I mean obviously they're not obligated to do that, but that's really terms under their own organization. So it's sort of like you could sort of look at League of Legends and think obviously it's not a YouTube thing, but it is a streaming thing. It's a huge streaming thing because every single time you go on Twitch, League of Legends is the top thing on there, and it's always
only like videos you would like probably ever see is like you don't see like commentaries and stuff. You see like funny clips and stuff of like stupid things that happen on stream. But at the same time, I think that kind of like you can do an odd shot and stuff, and just export them to YouTube. That's like so easy to do.
Cobra
says,
like, I'm playing League right now, Murky.
What?
Cobra says he's playing League right now. He wants you to know.
Not beating.
What are you saying though?
Like, okay, I lost my train of thought.
Streaming and stuff.
Odd shot export.
It said odd shot export. I have no idea.
Okay, well, yeah, we were just talking about sort of like the League of Legends and how they stream and how they normally run, but
Oh, I know where I was going. It's not really like a YouTube-friendly game. You can't do like commentaries over it and stuff. Like, the best you would see is like, a guide. Like, first I do this camp and I buy this item to do this. But like, you can just watch somebody stream to do that.
Yeah.
Is there like a T Martin for League?
No.
That does like tips and tricks, nothing like that.
Or an Ali A or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
The only like big like creator I work or that I watch I wouldn't even say he kind of is League is Sky Williams. I'm sure you've heard of him.
I met him this weekend.
Oh, did you?
Dude, oh
Yeah.
my God.
But yeah, he's like the only one I watch, and that dude is hilarious.
Sassy gay black guy. Is my friend's comment.
Guys, I just want to just move it along to another part of this topic. It's still in the same relevance. It says also in an organization. Now, this is a very opinionated thing because a lot of people will say that you'll grow better being on your own and building your own personal brand. But then a lot of people will also say that you can grow more being part of an organization, being part of something that can help you out. So, with my opinion, I just want to say something I'll say something really quick.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like when you're a smaller YouTuber, an organization will help you a lot more because that'll get you the opportunity to start collabing with people. It'll get you your opportunity to, meet new audiences and gain new experiences that'll help you in the future to where a point where you can support yourself and start building your own brand by yourself. But I feel like if you're at a higher stage, I mean, like if you look at Nature, if you look at Pomage when he left FaZe, Pomage had over 1 million subscribers, obviously, when he left FaZe. He made the decision to try to build his own personal brand. Was that a good idea? Yes or no? I don't know. That's an opinion. But, for me, if I was in that position, I probably would build my own personal brand, considering that I've already built up what I have now with an organization. So I feel like it really is an opinionated question. Murky, I know you wanted to say something on that, so.
There's two sides to it, especially like going solo is you kind of have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want. Like you look at Keemstar, like he's not with any org or something. Like he can say whatever he wants. He's not gonna get in trouble for anything. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of like his own boss. And I think the thing with like Pomage when he left FaZe is he was making like the Catalyst 2 or something at a time. I'm probably gonna mess it up, but obviously like the Catalyst are the big montages he does.
Yeah, he's making 3 right now.
Yeah.
It's 3 years since he made the last one.
Yeah, and he FaZe told him this is like a TLDR, and it might not be wrong or right, so don't take this for word, but it's kind of what happens. They wanted him to upload some major montage of the FaZe channel, and he wanted to put it on his private channel, and that's where they kind of like stopped working together. So you have a lot more like freedom when it comes to being solo. But then on the other side, like Robert's probably realized this, that like when you're a part of org, you have a lot more resources.
Yeah, and one of my biggest things, I was by myself for probably about a month and a half. I had left a organization called VQ, and I was in this kind of like lull period. It's not even like, yeah, you have the resources, but for me it was the or like you're surrounded by people who have the same goal, and you're all kind of just chatting with each other, and that just gave me motivation. And on top of that, it's like you can bounce ideas off people. Like for me, the kill feed, I would come up with like a new graphic or a new thing I would, want to like put into my system, and I didn't really have anyone I could like go to and be like, hey, does this look cheap? Does this look good? And it was like someone I could bounce ideas off of. And when you're in an organization, you're small, like that's a great tool to have.
Yeah. Do you agree with what I was saying in the beginning?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
but when like if I'm like Nate Shot, he doesn't need an organization.
Yeah.
He left Optic, and he created his own thing. People still love him. So it's like, when you're on the bigger side, it doesn't matter. Like, obviously, like, the Optic House, for instance, what is really awesome for them, like, Flame Sword and Maniac, sad to say, they wouldn't get nearly as many views if they didn't live in the Optic House.
Obviously, yeah,
they get those plugs.
Just like Murky was saying.
What were you saying, Zeus?
They get the plugs. All like you said, because they get those plugs, They're all, I don't know if you look at each of one of their videos, they're down in that description. They're always, like, popping into the videos, so... they get the plug. That's why they, like you guys said, win more viewers.
So what's your overall opinion on organizations, Zeus? Like whether you would be part of one?
As far as
a graphics designer point of view.
Graphics designer's perspective. Okay. So, I'm going to start out with, I grinded pretty hard to get into Omega. Like, I improved my work a lot. Constant improvement to get into Omega. And so far the experience is, it isn't too bad. But as well, like you guys said, it kind of like grows. It helps you grow and helps because if it wasn't for people in the org, I wouldn't be making some sort of money off of this because they recommend me to other people. Then people come to me and they're like, hey, do this, hey, do that, and it's just like there was a one point where I absolutely just hated it because I was like, I'm just giving out graphics to these people and not making any profit. Not making anything out of it, but in my personal opinion, I think being part of an org as a designer to start off is good because, like you guys said, especially if that org is kind of already known, it gets it gets you that experience for one, and two, the people to come in and contact you later, to do work for them. So it's it has its benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially early on for like a graphic designer, I feel like that's a good way to start building a portfolio.
Do you have a portfolio, like a Carbon Made or something like that, or?
I have a Behance, but oh my god, I haven't updated anything in like years.
Hey, man, just keep doing your thing. I mean, I feel like do you guys think it's harder or easier for a graphic designer to make that? I feel like in a way it's pretty hard. It's just as hard because like everybody tries to do Photoshop and it's such a hard tool to master.
Yeah, well the thing is, it's like there's so many, like it all comes down to like the client's personal
opinion. Yeah, I feel like that must get really annoying though. That must get really annoying trying to deal with every person being so picky and nitpicky about it.
Yeah. So like, for example, like for me, one of the systems that I wanted to start getting going is because I normally let my client, the way I do like my works and stuff like that, I don't like getting paid first, so that makes any sense. I like to do the work for them, see if they like it.
Make sure they're happy.
Make sure they're happy and then get paid. And then if they pay me first, I let them have like a limit on revisions. So like they don't go too crazy on me like, well, actually just delete the whole thing and start from scratch. It's like, so yeah. And I've had people do that to me and oh my god, I wanted to hang myself.
I feel like it's more like the COD community.
And that's one of the things that
we're kind of a young community, if you really, that and the sniper community is kind of on the younger side too.
Yeah,
it's more sniper community to be honest.
And that's one of the things why I like Bio created studios, was to take the more professional side of graphics design, because he said if you think about all the people, like, yes, they're gonna give you money, but they're so nitpicky and they're so like whiny about things and they complain about almost everything. It's just, like, it's not gonna necessarily build that professional status for you as a designer. If that makes sense.
And I think that it does make sense, total sense, and I totally agree with the process behind that. So, all right, so let's see what we got here. So, being a YouTuber, the challenges, ups and downs. We can touch on that. For me, being a YouTuber, the challenges, ups and downs. I feel like YouTube is turning into more of a youth site. So I feel like a lot of the youth people are trying to make their rise on YouTube, and I feel like it's tough, especially for them, because I mean, it's tough for everybody, because it could be financially for somebody that's older, but it could also be time management for kids that are younger. Like for me, I'm still 16. I'm about to turn 17, and you know, it's tough because I'm still in school, and there's a lot of stuff that you got to do. But then, like, if you go from the side of Roger, he's what, 21? You're 21. You just turned 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
he's got to work, obviously, because they have bills to pay, and that's understandable. So I mean, I feel like time. It really all just comes back to time. That I feel like is the biggest challenge for a lot of YouTubers is time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about that?
I kind of want to go on like a little story. One of my favorite artists is Logic. You've all heard of him.
Love Logic.
There's an interview of Logic where he was working 2 jobs, like more than 4, like 70, 80 hours a week, and he still found like time to make music. So it's like, in my like instance, it's like I go to school and I work, but if I really want to do this, like, I'm gonna find time to do this. Like, they're like, I can't have an excuse. I can't be like, oh fuck, like I have all this on my plate. Like, no, it's either I do this or I don't want it enough.
Right.
At that point, so it's like,
what do you think?
I don't know.
Marky?
I don't know, because like I don't do YouTube a lot, or like I streamed a little bit. I don't do graphics or stuff. Like, I wish there was a plugin on Photoshop to make me good at graphics, but there's not. But
you were what position did you play for your team? I can't remember.
Mid-laner for League of Legends,
laner?
which is like the most, like, debatably the most like mechanically demanding.
Yeah.
So
this was a good team, right? Oh, it was Vex. That's right.
What was your main champion?
We didn't really have a main champion. It was kind of like, especially when you play competitive, if you have one main champion, that champion's going to be banned.
Yeah.
So you're the champion, and that the other team does not want to face that champion. And that champion for me was Annie. Even though like Annie's like a really low skill level champion, I knew like all the tricks.
She's like the standard mid laner. Her and
and then it kind of like and I just kind of like got so good at, like, I wasn't even like amazing at Annie. It was just like something, if you play against good Annie, it's just like killer to deal with. Yeah. So it was kind of just like, it's not OP. We just like don't want to deal with his Annie right now.
Yeah, but basically, so you really
like,
don't.
I was really good at like capitalizing on like situations. Like, if they group up as 5, I'm gonna get a 5-man stun because I'm always looking for that as Annie, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, do you have any standpoint though on the process of making any sort of content? Because obviously you work and
it's
you do
killer.
things.
Like, you guys put in a lot of work, especially like YouTube and stuff. Like, I've tried it before, and it's just like, it's not that I never did it just to like make money or something like that, or like make it into a career. I kind of just did it for like the fun sometimes. Yeah. And just like, even then, I would make like one video. Like, I would always think to myself, like, I can try to consistently upload, but it was just like, with all this stuff going on, it was just too much.
Yeah, with you, I feel like, because we've done a few podcasts together, and the sense that I've gotten is that you sort of want to do your own thing. You don't want to have that responsibility hanging over your head, and that's completely understandable. Like, I can understand, like, you don't want this constant like worry that you got to upload a video all the time, because then it just takes the fun out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's for certain people, like, though. That's exclusively for certain people. Like, for me, I like.
Yeah, but right now, between like working, school, and everything else, is just throwing another thing at me. Like, I'm going to be an engineering student this upcoming August, so like that's killer.
Yeah.
And then like working a part-time job that's almost full-time, and then like saving to travel to these events and stuff, and then dealing with events. Like, I come back from this event, I'm kind of just like drowning in homework right now, and hopefully not today. Like, that's the worst part about events, is damage control when you come back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but it's
It's
a good
just too much.
experience. It's definitely a good experience to
See-
go to those events and see them. Go ahead, Zeus.
I don't know. Like when you go to events and stuff like that, do you let your like teachers know where you're going?
me,
They wouldn't understand probably.
Yeah, professors. Yeah.
all my
Professors, teachers.
one of my teachers knew who I was.
Really?
That was
Yeah,
pretty-
see, like-
yeah.
Like
I used to play against
go
the
ahead.
sun a lot.
Yo.
Oh,
That's
man.
kind
I've
of
had-
like a weird feeling.
Yeah, I had my like
I
MLG
shit on your
jacket
son
on.
last week in league.
It was before that. It was COD. Like I had my MLG track jacket on, and he was like talking to me one time, and he was like, "Yeah, I saw you had that MLG track jacket on. Do you ever like play?" And it kind of just like come to the conversation, like, "Yeah, I used to play. Like I never played at MLG events, but I played PC for like ESL and stuff like that." He's like, "Oh, my son did that too. What team you're on?" And it's what?
You play pro mod?
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it kind of came to the point. He was like, "I know who you are. My son always used to like talk about your guys' team."
Yo, so Zeus, you were gonna say something about that?
Pretty much like as far as it goes to like with the way my teachers did, like I like before when I went to DC, I like asked everyone and I was like, if let's say I had a chance to go ref at an event and my hotel was going to be covered and the only thing I had to worry about was getting there, for the most part, and over that, you would think that teachers wouldn't actually, most teachers I wouldn't necessarily understand, but the thing that surprised me most is like one of the meanest teachers, and I think Cobra and Will is also in the podcast right now. They would also agree that one of the meanest teachers, Miss G, she actually ended up telling me to go. She said, even if the other teachers tell you no, just go. He's like, because like the way she drives it is like our school. She said, and the way she said I could like use as an excuse is like our school's about creating new things and exploring and expanding your knowledge on stuff. And you're going to this trip, you're gonna learn one about Washington D.C. and then two about like all this like like it was just crazy how like supportive they were about the fact of me traveling
My
to
teachers,
events. Ridiculous.
it's like I go to like a community college, so like my classes are scheduled like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I have like Friday off. And like my class on Thursday is like 2 to 3. So like usually if I leave, I kind of leave after that because like that's when we left for PAX, and then we came back like Sunday night. So like it's kind of like out of the way of school and stuff, but it does like if we have stuff coming up, I try to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And like she always asks like, "Why are you turning this in early?" It's like, "Oh, I have a business trip." That's like all I say. It's just business.
Yeah, business.
And another thing is, I know Zeus and Xavier are a little on the younger side, but like when you get to college, your professors don't give a shit. They
That's what I was
really
about to
don't.
say. I
Especially
was
at
about to
community
tell you.
college. I go to community college. Murky, I think you
I
said
go
you
to
did
community
too.
college too.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm
Your
a
professors
early
don't
college.
give a rat's ass.
Dude,
what
I
you
remember
do.
like going through like high school or like all the schools and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, the next grade, they're not going to deal with this." And then like you get to high school, it's like your
Well, I feel like if you're
college
paying for
professors
it,
are
they
never
don't-
going to
they
deal with
shouldn't
this.
care if you're paying
Yeah.
for your
And then like
classes.
you get
Because
to
they're gonna
college.
get paid regardless.
I
They
remember
don't
like my
really
first
care
class
for
in
wasting your
college,
money.
like my teacher walks in and he's like, "Hey, anybody want some milk duds?" Like,
So, we sort of like drifted a little bit from the challenges and the ups and downs, but I feel like we have a broad understanding of what it really takes to be a YouTuber, and that is, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs with it, whether it's time, whether it's creativity, like breaks and just like you don't know what to create. It could be something like that, but.
One more thing I want to add on to that, though, is it goes in with the whole time aspect of being like the ups and downs. Is for me, I have a lot of stuff I want to like do, whether that's working on my show, new shows, like other gameplay stuff that like people haven't done before, or like creating thinking about potentially doing a documentary down the road, and like brainstorming like different ideas for that. Like sometimes gets in the way of me actually getting work done.
yeah,
Like it's like, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, and it's like, okay, but you still have this to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's like my
It's
paper.
again time. It comes down to which ideally I would love to get to the point where my job is to be a videographer, and I don't have to work at GameStop.
That's what I would like
Like-
to do too, but it's
Like if I get to that point, it's like hallelujah. Bring on the kill feed,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like, I'll bust that shit out every day. I
just wanted
care.
to say, somebody in chat, Coda says, question, I don't know if this is a joke or not, but I'm going to answer it. How can I be good at Tomato?
Coda.
How can I get good at COD?
Freaking Coda.
It's just grinding, dude. It's the same
Coda,
cliche.
please.
It's the same cliche answer that you're gonna find, and it's the real answer. Like, how can you get good at the game? You just grind the hell out of it.
How can you get good at anything in general?
Dude,
Coda, if you want to get good, Coda, you need to come back to event so I can see that beautiful face again. I miss Coda so much. He's the bro.
He's
but
hilarious.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's to anyone here, just do it, man. Just do it if you wanna get good.
It's all about the grind, and like when you could say it's just about the grind. It's something, but when you do grind and you kind of just like play over and over again, you also got to look back and see like what you did wrong. Because if you're not doing good,
Yeah.
you need to like look around, see what's going on. Like when I'm playing League and stuff, if I die, I always like think to myself like, okay, how could I have not died there?
And that's what you have to do. That's definitely what you have to. Because I feel like that's an issue with a lot of people. They don't look back at their mistakes and improve on them. You need to improve on your mistakes. You can't make
if
the
you're
same
playing
video.
COD, you can say like, was I supposed to push that there? Could I not died? Should I have not picked up that nade and tried to throw it back? That's something that happened to me a lot.
Yeah, it's not just I'm gonna hop in and play pubs 10 hours a day. It's like I'm gonna find 8s. I'm gonna play wagers. I'm gonna do this.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
constantly be looking for something to do.
It's a lot more tiring than just playing because like you actually have to put a lot of thought into it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta definitely grind it out, and the same thing goes for graphic design, right, Deuce? Like you gotta just keep doing it, keep doing it, man.
I mean, if you go look at like work, the first stuff that I was like, oh, that's too far away. Don't go do that. But still, like the first stuff that I was tweeting out at like bio and stuff like that, I was like, hey man, check this out. Hey man, throw me the logo. I was like, hey, throw me the Omega logo. See what I can do with it. I it was just constantly just experimenting, doing things until next thing you know, like 2 months later, I'm actually accepted to Omega, and I'm just like, whoa.
Rumor has it that when Zeus asked for the logo, he told Omega or Biologic that it was going to be fire.
What's it called?
Mix.
Coda just said, it all depends on the situation. To be honest, not about being good, just thinking better than the other player. I agree with that. In some cases, it is think smart, play smarter, not harder. I feel like that's the saying, but I mean, it is true.
Bigger.
That you got to
Outsmart, don't outplay.
Yeah, that you got to do that sometimes. But does anyone else have anything last statements to touch on that, and then we're gonna start closing it out?
No.
No, we're all
That's
good,
it.
guys. Alrighty, so it is 10:01 p.m. So we're gonna be running our next podcast on Saturday, this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So plan your times accordingly if you want to tune in and say what's up. So we touched on all the topics that we needed to today. I think we did a good job of staying on topic. We did pretty well. So it wasn't too bad. We did all right. I mean, we did all right. What were we really expecting to do? So hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Like I said, we'll be back 8 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. And we're gonna be, cycling out people that will feature, and some people will stay, some people will go. I don't know. It all depends on what we're feeling. Yeah. So it'll be fun though. We're gonna keep expanding it and doing what we're doing. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight. We're gonna close it out. So if you guys want to just say peace out, and that'll be. Hell, my name is MA Halo Murky. Oh, that's your Twitch.
Yeah.
All right, so go.
I'm Zeus Designs.
Yeah, Zeus
They gave me
Designs.
that at PAX.
Everybody's
Giving away an Elgato soon. MacBook Pro. I'm joking.
Yeah, imagine.
I might give away this though. Honestly, if we want to do it on the podcast, we can do it on the podcast.
Yeah, make sure to follow everybody. Everybody's is under the camera, and chances are that it's like 95% chance that they're all gonna be back on the podcast at some point. So that'll be it for tonight, guys. We're gonna call it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed, and that'll be it. We'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.
Later, guys.
Yeah.
Later.